Alawale, the fullback, and Latavius Murray will play as the featured back. Neither Maurice Jones-Drew nor Darren McFadden will play tonight. Carr under center. Counter handoff to Murray coming right. It's a wall of that Seahawk front. Brandon Niebang, the former Dale Bear there, along with Cam Chancellor. Let's check out the Seahawk front. The only guy who's not going to play for them tonight is Michael Bennett, their left end. So Greg Scruggs will start there. Otherwise, it's their starters, Tony McDaniel, Brandon Niebang, and Cliff Abel, the former Lion. Bobby Wagner is getting back off a hammy, so he'll play tonight with Mike Morgan and KJ Wright. I think you know their corners. 3 are all pros. Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, and Earl Thomas, and Byron Maxwell, not bad as well, over at right corner. They call him the Legion of Boom. You may have heard of him. 2nd and 10. Rivera goes in motion, right stays to the left lane, Murray the lone back. 2nd down. He's thrown off his back foot, a jump ball tipped by Richard Sherman. Incomplete there, well covered block off the back foot. A jump ball to Denarius Moore, slotted away by Richard Sherman.
And Richard Sherman's made tremendous strides at defensive back. And Derek Carr was under a lot of pressure. He had to get rid of the ball. He had to throw it off balance, but he still got it out there, just not quite deep enough. But well covered by Sherman that time. And he was able to, knock the ball down. As I was trying to say, offensively at Stanford, they moved from offense to defense, and it's turned into quite a DB.
The middle linebacker blitz on there from Bobby Wagner with some pressure on Carr in his face, forced to throw off the back foot. 3rd and 10, Bryce Butler is in, goes left slot. Carr back, looks left, time, throws. Butler, both feet in bounds. Yes, first down Raiders as he beat the one-time Raider Phillip Adams in coverage there for a gain of 13 yards.
Well thrown, nice outcut, and Carr stepped up in the pocket. The pocket was decent and zipped the ball perfectly in there. Nice.
Jeremy Lane not going to play for the Seahawks tonight out with a groin injury, so Phillip Adams, who we know is a Raider the last couple of years and a returning Seahawk, will go into play in the nickel. This is Seattle's first team defense.
That's a win for the Raiders in third
There's Carr under center now. Handoff Murray led by Rivera in the hole. Punctures through. First down Raiders. Pulled down by Earl Thomas. He runs for a first down at the Seattle Seahawks 30-yard line. Nice run there by Latavius Murray.
Yeah, excellent run. A good right guard pulled on that one. Keep around the horn. The fullback led in the hole to the left side, and Murray followed his blockers, and then turned on a little juice.
Nice block there by Gabe Jackson on big Brandon Niebang. Block to seal in. Gabe Jackson may start on opening day at left guard.
doing a real good job right there.
Now they go into a true eye. Jermaine Alawale ahead of Latavius Murray. 1st and 10 Raiders. There's a draw. Murray opens up on the left side. A stiff arm. Look at the battle here with Earl Thomas. Nicely done by Latavius. Battling pro football's best free safety, Earl Thomas.
Yeah, Earl Thomas is a beast. 202 pounds. He plays like he's about 240. He doesn't miss tackles. Even though he didn't make the tackle in the last scrimmage, Murray put out that big right hand and it stretched out about 6 feet.
We had a light little draw there. Nice seal block by Donald Payne. And it was one-on-one, and Murray got an extra 4 or 5 yards by stiff-arming Earl Thomas. Raiders bring in Jeremy Stewart now, getting Murray a play off. They bootleg, roll the quarterback right. He has Alawale, the fullback in the flat. Shoot move on Bobby Wagner. In by the Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. Gotta like the Raider offense here, blocking the movement of Derek Carr. First down Raiders.
Yeah, they're mixing it up real well, running pass, a lot of play action, trying to hold those linebackers, doing a real good job. There's Derek Carr in the bootleg. On the receiver in the clear, makes a good move, pick up a few extra yards.
7-yard pickup to Jermaine Alawale. So the backfield doing a nice job. Alawale, the fullback, and now Jeremy Stewart is in. Darius Moore goes wide right, pressed by Richard Sherman. Bryce Butler in the slot on Andre Holmes. Raiders inside the Seahawk red zone. Stretch one to Stewart, gets wide. Wagner, and the guard around the waist. Bobby Wagner was injured early in their preseason training camp, a hamstring injury before their first exhibition game, and played. So he's in the night trying to get some work before they play in a week. This is a good test for the Raiders, Tom, inside the red zone against the tremendously stingy Seahawk red zone defense. Matt Shaw came in with a little bit of an elbow problem after the last game, but Coach Allen said the elbow was getting better, and he'll play opening day.
An area where the Raiders must get better. When they get down there, they got to come away with touchdown.
2nd and 9, Alawale flexes out, picked up by the corner Maxwell. One back Murray. Murray, straight drop by Carr. Looks left, now rolls right, middle screen. Well diagnosed there by Cliff April. The lineman who dropped back there and made the play on the check down over the middle.
Yeah, the right defensive end making the check down on the middle on the screen. That's probably by design that he has the responsibility. He sniffed it out. He saw the line reacting, the offensive line reacting to the screen, and he followed it right down the line.
He's a good player, Cliff April, the long-time Detroit Lion, 5 years there. Last year in Seattle, his first, he had 8 quarterback sacks. 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders. They put Carr in the gun. Denarius Moore is wide right, pressed by Sherman. 3 receivers go left. They're going to Moore in a stop route. He caught it on Sherman for a first down. First down Raiders on the Seahawks 5. What a one-hand pluck that was by Demo, taking it away from Richard Sherman.
A tremendous effort by Denarius Moore that time. The ball was a little thrown behind him. He's well covered once again by Richard Sherman. But what a catch. One-handed, sticks that paw out there, brings the ball in. Good job.
Sherman's such a good cover man. Those are the kind of passes that you got to catch. And, you know, Denarius Moore was not scheduled to play much tonight, but they put him in on that particular play, and he delivered.
First and goal to go for the Raiders on the Seahawks 5. There's Alawale in motion. He's right offset. Murray, play action. Carr rolling. Now steps up. Bullets one into double coverage. Almost intercepted there. He was trying to hit Bryce Bump, but really nobody. He was not open. Mike Morgan, the linebacker, dropped, and Richard Sherman, who led the NFL a year ago with 8 interceptions, Plunk had a hand on that ball and swatted it away.
Yeah, he seems to be everywhere, that guy. You know, he's got a big motor. He keeps it moving at all times. Not only his mouth, but his legs. He's a very good defensive back, as you well know.
Well, he's from Stanford.
Yeah, he's got
very high standards.
Yeah.
2nd and 5. Carr under center. It's up and maybe alerts the offensive line here in the wings. They're going to run a stretch handoff to Murray. Coming left, comes back inside. Touchdown! Raiders! Latavius Murray finds a soft spot off the left side, and the Raiders come right down the field on the #1 defense of pro football's best defense.
The most impressive thing, on this drive, I think, is the offensive line. The offensive line has done a marvelous job in protecting the quarterback and on the run blocking.
Yeah, there's no doubt about what you say, Tom. Great holes to run through. Good play action, good protection. Great execution by the quarterback.
What a drive. Now Giorgio Tavecchio looking to finish off this drive. Bella from Milan, Italy. Giorgio splits the uprights. You got to love that drive. That's about as good as the Raiders' #1 offense has looked all August. And it ends in a 5-yard touchdown run, a cutback run by Murray. He ran right over Earl Thomas to score on the Raiders Broadcasting Network.
Introducing new Wrangler Advanced Company
For 41 yards, 12 plays, 68 yards, 6'10" top. The key was the offensive line and what they did on that drive. There's the kickoff by Giorgio Tavecchio. Walters takes it on the goal line, maybe a yard deep. Straight ahead, 10, 15, 20. Cuts inside on Brandon Ross. Fumbled the ball. It was pulled out of there, and the Raiders may have the ball. The Seahawks, 36-yard line. Keith McGill, the rookie corner, stripped it there at the end. The Raiders take it right back on the kickoff. Oculate confirms Raiders ball.
Keith McGill, #4 draft choice, great size and speed to go along with it. Makes a big play, and that's one of the things that you have to impress the coaches with. Special team play, and that was a big play.
And he stripped it out of there, and there was a scrum to get the ball back. Jeremy Stewart may have gotten dinged up on the play. He's got long arms. Keith McGill just pried that ball out of there. Jack Crawford, I think, is the one who recovered it. He showed up big time on the special team. So here comes Carr and the Raiders. Offense again on the Seahawks 36. Offset eye. There's Carr turning and throwing. Looking right, going deep ball. And there he's going wide open. Touchdown! Raiders! He walked right by Philip Adams, the former Raider corner.
Didn't waste any time. That's the way I like to see it. You get the ball in a turnover, go downtown right off the bat.
I agree 100% with you. you, Tom. That's what I always like to do, and I know you did too. The defense is unsettled. They're tipped off because they have to go back on the field, and there's Derek Carr with a good play-action pass, stepping up and delivering the ball right on the mark.
Boy, this young guy looks good. Richard Sherman left the game. I don't know why Philip Adams froze on the ball in the air, but he paused for just a moment, and Arias Moore ran right around him. But you saw it all there from Derek Carr. He had pressure from the outside from Jordan Hill, Tom, to flag down on the extra point.
Offense, number 69, 5-yard penalty, try.
Not to leave Barnes, so they'll back it up. It'll be 5 yards deeper, but he stepped up to avoid Jordan Hill, and then just threw a dart right down the sideline. Great loft on it, and right. Did he drop that ball right in the barrel?
And that's what you want to see in a quarterback, being able to sense pressure around it or actually seeing it and doing what he's supposed to do, stepping up, making the tackle, drive that defender by him so he can get up and get some weight on his front foot, throw the ball down the field.
As his PAT goes through, that's what Greg Olsen has mentioned, Greg. Poise in the pocket. He has a lot of poise in the pocket for a young rookie quarterback.
He has been more than impressive. Derek Carr engineers the first touchdown drive, then throws a bomb on the next one, and he jumps into the black hole after the touchdown. 14-7 Raiders on the Raiders Broadcasting Network.
All right, ladies, this is it. This is pro football. Now let's give them a season to remember.
In the history of pro football, they gave up 14 points a game. The Raiders hit them for 14 points in a blink of an eye. What a great look-off, Tom, looking left and coming back right for Derek Carr to hit Arias Moore. Maybe that's why Philip Adams paused on that, because he completely stopped running with Timo.
Yeah, I don't think he expected the ball to be going deep because there was a little pressure, and Carr was able to step up in the box wisely and get the ball up.
The Raiders scored 14 points in 13 seconds on a team that allowed 14.6 points a game all of last year on average. Giorgio Tavecchio, he likes Oakland. Extra points and kickoffs. Tavares Jackson will take over as quarterback for the Seahawks, and we come back to Oakland. 6:50 to go, an electrifying opening quarter. 14-7 Raiders on the Raiders Broadcasting Network.
These game breakers made reality look like fantasy.
I got you on my fantasy team.
Very on the planet, available on every device and personalized just for you. Sign up today at NFL.com/now.
An NFL coach has access to pretty much everything. The luxury suites, free pretzels, and more khakis than my brother. Who am I kidding? But with NFL Game Rewind, you get access to every game and more.
Follow your favorite team. Relive full games or condensed games right from your laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Plus, with the exclusive Coaches Film, you get the All-22 and end-zone camera angles and tablet telestrator. It'll make you as smart as a coach.
Nah, but close.
NFL Game Rewind. Get it now. Go to NFL.com/Game Rewind.
Back on the Raiders Broadcasting Network, Oakland leads Seattle 14-7 after Seattle opened the game and scored on that first drive. Offensive line coach Tony Sparano had every offensive lineman right there on the sidelines. They said, go back and get it. And Greg, they went back and get it. 2 quick scores behind that offensive line. They're ready to go. Back to you.
Here's the handoff to Robert Turbin. Cutback run out of the zone across the 25 up to around the 27-yard line for Robert Turbin, the big back out of Utah State. It will be Marshawn Lynch's complement back, along with the young back Kristen Michael, who will not play tonight due to a hamstring injury. The Seahawks have kept their starting tackles. They bring in an extra lineman here. The Seahawks do, Gary Gilliam. They have kept their tackles in the game. Tavares Jackson takes over the quarterback, the former Viking Seahawk. Went to Buffalo, where he didn't play last year. He played just 3 games. And a lot of starts for the Vikings. Justin Britt stays in at right tackle, the rookie, and Russell Okung stays in at left tackle, comes back from off-season toe surgery, run his way left on his feet, flag down. Let's see what that's for. Robert Turbin, Tom, that stretch run got stretched out wide. It is a hold. Which way you pointing, offense or defense? There's Ed Hockley. It's against Seattle. Hold on the Seahawks. Dennis Allen if he wants to take it.
Holding, offense number 82. 10-yard penalty enforcing the previous spot. It'd be second down.
Cliff Wilson, the young tight end who caught the touchdown on the outside zone. Nice job done by Tyvon Branch there to force that back inside. He just pushed
Luke Wilson forced to hold their punt because you know they're going to run that wide zone out there.
Yeah, when they got outside, he wasn't able to keep blocking it, trying to grab it and trying to run the tackle.
John still playing in the deep secondary. Ball is fumbled by Tavares Jackson. Pat Sims right there. Raiders diving on it. Jackson lost the exchange from center inside the Seahawks 15-yard line. And the Raiders turn them over again. Jackson never had the ball as he pulled away from center. Piling slowly here. What's going on at the bottom of the pile, boys? Seahawks keep the football. Pat Sims was right there. He jumped on it quickly.
Red ball, he never got to it, then he fumbled it again. It was around his legs, it was right there. It was right there for the picking.
He couldn't get it.
Need to be in the bottom of that pile, a lot of bodies.
He lost and tried to pick it up. Pat Sims was right there. Justin Ellis was right there. Remember, Justin got concussed in Minnesota trying to pick up a Teddy Bridgewater fumble. He collided. The Viking lineman naturally on the left tackle. He's not come back till tonight. 3rd and 17. For Tavares Jackson shotgun. Sets up a screen. Khalil Mack red screen and took it away. It was going to Robert Turbin. That's where he intercepted it. Matt Flynn last week on in Green Bay. This guy can read screen and go for the ball in the air.
Yeah, very aware because he was coming and they had two guys actually trying to block him. And he read the screen right away and just grabbed. He actually grabbed the back coming out of the backfield that was coming out with the screen.
Robert Turbin.
Robert Turbin, yeah.
And he was over to chip on him along with Justin Britt, and he just released it and tipped that ball. Had his best game by far last Friday in Green Bay. His first INT and a couple of tackles for losses. Got Ryan in the punt for the Seattle Seahawks. TJ Carey back to return the punt, a high one, taking 34, room to go. It's wide, blocked by Andre Holmes down the sideline, 40. Cuts inside on Ryan Curry. He's tackled by the fullback Derek Coleman inside the Seattle 20-yard line. What a return there by TJ Carey.
This is kind of scary. Everything's working tonight so far. Even though it's still the guys fighting for their lives on special teams. Still the Seahawks and the world champions on special teams.
45-yard kickoff return for Carey. He had a 50-yarder 2 weeks ago here against the Lions. Right now, he is the #1 guy. Denarius Moore may get some run, and later on, we'll see him in the second quarter. But TJ Carey at Ohio University was even a better punt returner than he was corner. Now, the Raiders are right back on the Seahawks 20-yard line looking for more. Derek Carr under center, offset eye, Alalale breaks it, now goes in motion as a right wing. Slot left, Carr looks left, steps on right. Ball tipped. Michael Rivera! Touchdown! Raiders! After the opening drive when Seattle scored, nothing can go wrong for the Raiders.
Can somebody go out and buy us a lotto ticket?
Yeah, I want Derek Carr to buy it. And Michael Rivera. This one actually got tipped, Carr. Carr's pass got tipped here. Should have been intercepted by the Super Bowl MVP, Michael Smith. He deflected the ball, and Rivera falling to the ground, caught it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Hey, Michael Rivera is one good tight end, a pass-catching tight end, I should say. He's the lead receiver and tight end for the Raiders, and he showed that he has some great concentration. Even though the ball was tipped, he kept his eyes focused on that ball and brought it in.
20 points on the Seattle defense, and they have subbed out now. The first one was on their #1 defense. This one's on their second-team defense. Giorgio Tavecchio, I think he knows how to move the extra point as he rips another 3 for 3. And the Raiders, led by Derek Carr's 2 touchdown passes and 3 touchdowns in just moments here against the Seahawks. They got me worn out with the touchdown Raider calls, boys. 21-7 Raiders. 4:43 to go in the opening quarter on the Raiders Broadcasting Network.
Ohio State University, the University of Texas Southern University. Getting my work in. It's really because I have so many things that I want to go over, so many things that I want to learn, so many things that I want to get better at that I feel like I need more time. And so I just get here as early as I possibly can.
That is Derek Carr. The young guy, Tom, is just a jewel. Grew up around football, obviously, with his dad and his brothers, and his
Brother Dave, the number one pick of the Texans, he just loves the game. He soaks it up, and man, we can just see him getting better and better and better rapidly.
And he hadn't played very much, to tell you the truth, missed last week's game, missed most of the prior game against Detroit. So he's got very few snaps, but he's certainly out there performing very well, and we like his attitude. He wants to get better, he wants to learn, he wants to improve each and every day. He steps on the practice field.
Well, Greg Olson has a trio of very capable quarterbacks, Matt McGloin and Matt Shaw, but Derek Carr is certainly going to invigorate the Raider Nation. He may have a quarterback controversy after his performance, leading the Raiders with 3 touchdowns in the span of 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Tavares Jackson, a quick throw onto the receiver, Walters, and he runs out across the 25-meter with Seattle, first down. 2 touchdown passes, Tom. The last one was tipped, but he is 7 for 9, Derek Carr, with a couple of touchdowns. And the thing you worry about, he was in a spread shotgun at Fresno State. He just appears to have a handle on the offense. He's just a rookie.
Yeah, well, he's got presence. He's got, he's obviously very intelligent. He's got a good feel for his football, so he's probably good better.
2nd and 3, Tavares Jackson, play action, in from behind, sacked by Tyvon Branch. Never saw him coming, and the clock in the quarterback's head clock should have gone off because he play action waited and waited and waited. He got hit from the blind side by Tyvon Branch.
That was a long time to hold the ball. Play action pass, couldn't find anybody open. Here comes Tyvon from behind. Now you know why my left shoulder I had to replace. Because you don't see him coming sometimes.
That's the side you get planted at, huh?
Yeah, Tyvon was being blocked by an offensive tackle that time, and he got by him. Got to put a nice move on him.
Tyvon Branch knows this Raider defense so well. They lost him in week 2 a year ago against Jacksonville to a broken fibula. He and Woodson together were quite a tandem. 3rd down and long. Jackson's ball tipped to the line of scrimmage and incomplete. The Raider defense just swarming all over the second team Seattle offense. Kaluka Mayama, Khalil Mack putting pressure. I think the outside edge rusher Ryan Robinson, and that was Mack. Khalil Mack got right in the face of the quarterback, and with 2 hands, he blocked that ball.
Yeah, he got the tip. Good timing. Smart enough to get his hands up in the air. Got a little piece of the ball.
He's a little bit like Derek Carr, except on defense. Got a good feel for everything that's going on around him.
The Raiders, after lock Seattle, they're right down the field to open the game. Low snap here for Gresham. Ryan will punt. Low wobbler. Perry comes up dangerously, not called for a fair catch with a gunner all over him. And he will make the catch on the 40-yard line. Steve Terrell, the gunner, was right in the face there at TJ Carey, a dangerous one, but he was able to secure that ball. And Derek Carr goes back to work. And the plan was to run him about 20 or 25 plays. Boy, it could not have gone any better, guys, the way the offense has just been executed with Derek Carr quarterback.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But the last 2 plays, he's only run 1 play in each of the last 2 series. They were touchdowns.
We like those drives, Clark.
Oh, those are great drives.
1 play, touchdown pass scored. Deep one to Demo, and the tip ball to Rivera. Stretch run, Latavius Murray coming left, stays plate side. Runs right through a couple of would-be tacklers with the legs churning up to his chest. What a run that was. Latavius Murray, Tom, got 5 out of a run we thought he'd get about 2.
Yeah, he's showing some wiggle. He's definitely showing some power running through tackles, arm tackles especially.
Well, the young Raiders are looking good. Latavius Murray, who missed all of his rookie year, and he will certainly make this team as the 3rd running back behind Maurice Jones-Drew and Darren McFadden. Ray's Alawali goes in motion left to right. Carr on 2nd down, a straight drop. Looks middle, throws, driving catch by Murray into his body. He was tackled there by the safety, Jerron Johnson, after a short gain. They'll bring up a 3rd down.
And as Tom mentioned earlier, these kids, these young ones in particular, are fighting for their football lives, trying to show what they can do at every opportunity. And offensively, defensively, special teams, they're really shining tonight over this way.
Raiders have subbed out on their offensive line, with one exception. Young Gabe Jackson has stayed in the game at left guard. Dennis Allen has brought in Matt McCanns to play left tackle. Gabe stays at left guard. Kevin Booth, the veteran at center. Tony Bergstrom at right guard. And Evelyn Watson now playing at right tackle. 3rd and short. Carr looks left, Cox pulls it back, throws downfield. Caught by Michael Rivera, and he held the ball. With a couple of safeties pawing at it, he secured that all the way to the ground, the Seattle 26-yard line. What a catch.
And the most important, I think the most impressive thing of that is that Carr didn't have anybody open, kept the ball, could
nice U-shaped pocket there for a long time.
He was able to step up with nobody in his face, and that was the key right there.
Derek Carr. Stretch handoff to Murray, gets wide, blocked from Onolale, and a cutback. Raiders are running a little of the Seattle scheme here, Tom. More outside runs and cutbacks, almost a zone-type scheme with Murray in the game.
Well, they're doing that with Murray, and then they're also off of that. They're moving the pocket every once in a while, and play action. Everything seems to be going nicely for the Raiders right now, and it's kind of encouraging to see.
And the Seahawks could not have looked any more dominant in their previous 2 preseason games. They were up at halftime in the last 2. Against San Diego and Chicago at home, a combined 55-0. And the Raiders are running right through them. Preseason Murray, handoff on the right side, first down Raiders. He gets a big chunk of 6-4 down to the Seattle 15-yard line. That will probably be the end of the first quarter. So Derek Carr and the Raiders can come down to the black hole end zone and try to get them in for a 4th touchdown. What a performance by the Raiders offensively. Offensive line has been brilliant. The first team O-line and the second team O-line. Nice plays by the pass catchers, Tom Rivera and Denarius Moore, and the quarterback has engineered it all. Boy, does he look good.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Yes, Derek Carr with a couple of touchdown passes. Seattle got off to a quick start, but it was all Raiders. Murray a touchdown, and then 2 touchdown passes by Carr. 21-7 Raiders over the Seahawks on the Raiders Broadcasting Network.
NFL Fantasy Live. Get the perfect draft strategy and dominate your league with help.
To Seattle's 3, 170 yards to Seattle's 87. They possessed the ball for 9 minutes and 37 seconds and scored 21 points. They've set themselves up for more. As we start the second quarter, 1st and 10, Seattle 16. Look left, pump, throw, catch. They've got Jake Murphy, the tight end. Dale Sutton. Two-time National League MVP. Those guys got great hands. And he's down to the 10-yard line. Dropped one early from the first game, but me and Dale Murphy saw a great outfield. You know he has great hands.
I'm sure he does. And, I like the way Derek Carr is spreading the ball around. He's not sticking with one receiver in particular. He's just going to who's ever open. That's a good sign as well.
He's just executing the offense, calling the play in the huddle, getting up, seeing the defense. He's playing superbly. High snap there from center, and the inside handoff got stopped. Conversion that Kevin Booth is making, Tom. We know him mainly as a guard, young guy at Cornell when the Raiders drafted him. He went to the Giants, was a 2-time Super Bowl winning guard. He has played center, but now he's playing more center than he's played before. That snap was a little high there.
Yeah, he's a backup center as we speak, and the other backup would be Matty, who's only in his second year. So Kevin gives you the experience.
Raiders 3 for 3 on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. The Seattle 10-yard line. Murray's more left, back shoulder, got it! Touchdown! Raiders! What a perfect back shoulder fade that was from Derek Carr to Denarius Moore clock, and he threw it before Denarius even broke. It was a beautifully timed back shoulder.
And Carr goes in the real black hole this time.
Well, he should. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes.
Yeah, what a night for Derek Carr so far. As you mentioned, pop, back shoulder throw, perfectly timed. Here comes the ball.
Wow.
He finds it.
I'll tell you,
Gets both feet in, hopefully.
And Jim, that was really that was an exceptional route by the Denarius Moore. He ran and faked a little juke to the inside, and then took up off the field, which made the defender think that it was going on an up route, and then he stopped on that back shoulder. Boy, what a nice route.
You heard Ed Oculate say they're going to review it, and Pete Carroll comes over to talk to the head linesman, Patrick Turner. Did Denarius possess this ball on the back shoulder route? He got his hands around. He got 2 feet. Did he get a boat down? Does he possess the ball all the way to the ground? We'll decide when we come back. Right now it's 27-7 Raiders in the Raiders Broadcasting Network.
It's the foundation beneath your feet.
That was just a superb route, a great throw. That is just great football. Derek Carr, Denarius Moore.
That's what happens when you execute like that. And also, Denarius Moore gave him plenty of room to throw to the outside so he can come down with both feet in bounds. So that was a good job by Denarius Moore as well.
the footwork, Tom, is just brilliant. Like a ballet dancer, you get the left and right down, then the strength in the fingertips to secure that ball so early, where they said he possessed the ball while his feet were bounced. That is the ability Denarius Moore has. He's special.
I think that the best part of that run was the first part where he faked the juke to the inside and then took off. And that's usually what you do when you're taking off on a little up route. And then came back to the back. That was just well done.
Yeah, the great try. Derek Carr's on fire. Matt McGloin may come in here. Carr, 11 of 13, 143 yards and 3 touchdowns. That play, let's just go through and look at all elements of the play. The throw, Derek Carr throws the back shoulder plump before Denarius Moore breaks. So the timing on it was superb. And the ball placement to the back shoulder where the young corner, Akeem Auguste, of the Seahawks could not get it. The throw could not have been any more perfect.
No, the throw was perfect. The route was perfect, as Tom mentioned. And as I said, Denarius Moore gave him plenty of room to lead him to the outside, back shoulder side, and still have both feet inbounds before he went out. Very well executed. That's just like you draw it up.
Beautiful. Tom, we opened the broadcast talking about wide receiver.
Yeah.
Rod Streeter's one wide receiver. That's a lot. All offseason, we're wondering who the other one's going to be. Is it Andre Holmes, James Jones, Greg Little? How about this guy? Denarius Moore has had a tremendous training camp, and the coaching staff is really, I think, taken to him more this year than they have in the previous 2 years. He's playing better, and he seems more focused.
So this is his fourth year. Usually the third, fourth year is when you really need your partner to start to.
There's a kickoff by Giorgio Tavecchio towards the black hole. Short taken by Walters. Goal line 10, 15, 20, 25. Rolls all the way out to around the 29-yard line. They just won't get the depth from Tavecchio. He's a good young kicker that you get from Sebastian Janikowski. They're coming out from the goal line and not 6, 7, 8 yards deep and taking knees. So here's Tavares Jackson back in at quarterback for the Seahawks. And later on, we will see the former Raider quarterback Terrell Pryor, who is trying to force them to keep 3. Tavares will be, as guaranteed money, he will be the Seahawks backup quarterback behind Russell Wilson. 28-7. Raiders, just an avalanche of points here. They have dominated the game after Seattle went right down the field on the first series. Luke Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. He's a right wing. There's the fake stretch to Turner left. They roll Jackson right. Khalil pass all over him. 2 flags come down. Nico Thorpe lost the tackle, but Luke Wilson goes out of bounds. There are 2 flags thrown, one by Hockley, so I would assume
that might be on back. They're supposed to be on back.
Yeah, he wasn't letting the tight end out. He had to get hold of him, knowing that if he rushed the passer, the receiver would be wide open.
Zach Miller, the former Raider Pro Bowl tight end. Zach also had his helmet ripped off.
Holding defense. It's a 5-yard penalty, of course, from the previous spot, and an automatic first down.
And Hockley's pointing the wrong way. I think he's pointing south to Los Angeles.
Direction of the